Hey everybody. So this is another quick walkthrough on how to make these little Lembas bread, elven pouches that I was promoting on Reddit and Facebook, and they got a lot of traction and a lot of questions about them, about the pattern, whether I'm selling the pattern, whether I'm selling the actual item. So here, this is the walkthrough, just to show you kind of how to put them together. It's really straightforward, so it really shouldn't be too hard. This should go pretty quick. Okay, so there's two sizes, like you saw, and I have them labeled in the corners in the pattern. Smaller pouch and larger pouch. So what you're going to do is just print out. You're going to print and cut out 4 leaves with an inside and a strap to hang it from, or to wrap around your belt or whatever. I include a couple of things here. Just notes on how to make the veins, how I make the veins. I use when I'm cutting this out, like this one here. Here's the same one. I will, while it's on the leather, and I actually after I cut them, I tape it to the leather, to a board, so it's easy to cut out and do what I need to. But anyway, to make the veins here, first I'll score it on the paper onto the leather, leaving a mark on there, and then once this is off the piece, I'll take a swivel knife and mark those lines where it's already imprinted onto leather. I'll swivel knife it, and then I use a stylus like this. This is a fine point and a rounded tip point here, you can see. And I got this from Tandy. It's not that expensive. But anyway, after I've swivel knifed the lines, I'll use these two to soften those edges, just so it has more of a, more of the vein look, and it's not so doesn't look like it cut into it. It looks like it's been kind of imprinted, right? Like embossed almost. But that's how I do those, and that note is there on the pattern. Also, you notice I put notes on there: north, south, east, and west, just to keep track for myself, so that when I'm cutting these out and placing them, I know that, okay, this one's south because it's pointing south. This one's north, and these are going to line up. These 2 holes line up with these 2 holes like that. Okay, and those line up on a square here, and they're labeled as well: north, south, east, west. So you know that these 2 holes here line up right there and right there. Okay, so those are the 4 pieces. Here's the piece. This one right here goes on the inside of the 4 leaves. This right here, this is the that you're going to fold over, and you're going to put a D-ring here to make that attachment with something like this here. Now let me show you what that looks like on the back here. So here's this piece here with the D-ring is this piece right here. So I folded it over, put some stitching just to reinforce this right here, and then here's that strap, this longer strap here, and I just used a swivel clasp on that. That's what I had. This is 3/4 inch, and this strap is 1/2 inch. On here, I made them both 3/4 inch. That's up to you if you want to use the same measurements. Whatever you want to use is fine. One of the other things that I wanted to mention while I have this here, because of how thick the leather is, let me get some rivets. You're going to use some different size rivets. So on the pieces like here, and this one where there's multiple layers, plus this, you're going to want to use a a longer post. So like if I can get that on camera there. So you know there's multiple size rivets, right? And these are, I use double cap rivets. I like the look of them. I think they're a little bit cleaner. So antique brass double cap rivets. They go from like extra small, medium, large, extra large, and these are the regular cap. There's some ones that are even bigger. They're huge, but yeah, depending on the thickness of your leather that you use, this right here is it's like 5.5 ounce leather. It's like a medium temper. You can see it's a little bit stiff, but it's not floppy. It holds that. But this one I got from it was acadialeather.com. So shout out to them for really nice. It was called like Old Town Emerald or Old Town Jade, one of those. But they have great pricing for it was like a 21 square feet hide that I got. So if you're interested on the same leather, yeah, Acadia Leather is where I got this from. But going back to this, yeah, make sure you have the right size post length for these. And then these ones right here, because there's less layers, they're a little bit shorter, okay? So that out of the way, let me go ahead and open this up so you see what this looks like. And right now, I actually made some lembas bread from a recipe on their internet to actually make this look like a Lembas Bread pouch. But one thing I wanted to mention, there were a few people that mentioned that were thinking that maybe this were a pouch where these 1, 2, 3 were all connected. So like if the Sam Brown button came up through all 3, so this was more of a like pouch, and this was like the envelope. You can do that. Easy to do. Just punch a couple holes in the 2 other leaves here, you know, accounting for whatever you're trying to put in here. But like I would put one right there, another one right there, line them up with this one so that the post, there's a screw post that goes all the way through. And make sure that that screw post is long enough to fit all 3 of those layers, right? But either way, you could totally do that. Make this like a little pouch like that. I wanted to make this more of a unfolding style pouch. So it was more similar to like, you know, leaves unfolding. But here's my Lembas bread, and I put it just in some canvas. But it came out really good. So if you're curious about, maybe I'll put the recipe in the comments or something. But this came out really nice. Okay, that was just my 2 cents. So yeah, there's that. And it's big enough. I mean, this is big enough for a sandwich. I mean, you could put a whole sandwich in here if you wanted to, peanut butter or ham and cheese or whatever. But here's that middle piece I was telling you about. This right here. So you just cut that out around the corners, punch out the holes, and then all of those, let me open this up here, they're all going to line up, right? Those 4 holes and here. So, and that's it, right? I do the 2 east and west sides first. So I put those together with this piece right here. And then put these 2 down, made sure that all the rivets are placed, and then hammered the rivets in. And that's it. Really straightforward. So I have some pictures that I'll show just right after this, showing you know, the Lembas bread, and I also have here's the smaller version. So let me put this right here, and I use this little strap around it, like this little strap here, or this little lacing. It's just for show. You really don't need it, but I like the look of it, the aesthetic, hanging from the belt or from, you know, wherever. It just gives it a more kind of rustic look. So you don't have to use these, but I do. I just like the look of them. Okay. And it was, this piece for the larger was, let me measure this real quick. It's about 45 inches long. Okay, so just for reference. But here's the small one as well. Let me unwrap this. Yeah, so same thing. Sam Brown button here. And I have it unfolded with a little package right here. So also one little detail that I just wanted to show on this strap. I just did that swivel knife and stylus and just gave it a little bit more of a, you know, vine or I don't know what you want to call it. Just kind of a leaf foresty look like that. So it just adds some little touches like that to the piece. So yeah, so if you're interested in these, check out the pictures I have coming up right after this, and let me know if you have any questions, any comments. I'd love to see how yours turns out. Otherwise, you know, find me on my website or Instagram, Facebook. Leave me a message on YouTube or wherever you want. Good luck with yours. And my website, you can find me at simplegoodleather.com or simplegoodleather.etsy.com. And we'll see you for the next one. All right, thanks. Bye.